Everyone knows that the vortex attachment is the easiest way to get crispy wings. Well, what if you don't have the vortex? In today's video, I'm gonna cook some wings on the kettle using no extra accessories. In fact, I'm not even using the slow and sear insert. I know, and stay tuned and I'll show you 2 key tips to get crispy wings each and every time. For the first tip, you'll need some time. Time to air dry the skin in your fridge before you cook them. Now, if you don't have enough time and you want to cook them immediately, then stay tuned for my second tip later on in this video, and I'll show you how to get crispy skin if you don't have the time to air dry in your fridge. Now, first of all, you will need some wings, but honestly, legs and thighs will work too. The first step involves dry brining your wings. Basically, you'll need to salt your wings the day before. This method, the salt will draw up the moisture up to the surface, and then the meat will absorb that moisture deep into the meat, so you get perfectly salted wings. If you're using a salty rub, then I advise that instead of adding kosher salt for your dry brine, then you should just use your rub at this point. Now, speaking of rubs, try to avoid rubs that have a lot of sugar. I'll be cooking these wings with very hot temperatures. Sugar burns, and so will your wings. Now, if you like sweet wings, you could always add a sweet sauce or rub at the end when they're finished cooking. Now that these wings are salted, I'll be placing them in the fridge overnight, and in the morning, I'll flip them over. Now, the basic idea to leave them in the fridge uncovered is for the skin to dry. Dry skin is the key to crispy wings. The next day, here's what they look like. The skin is nice and dry. Remember, I flipped them in the morning, and that should explain why there are little wire lines on them. I'll be making some lemon pepper wings, so I'm dropping in some lemon pepper seasoning. Next, I'll go ahead and start up my kettle. I'm using some fire bricks. These are food safe. You might be tempted to use bricks that you have lying around the house, but be absolutely sure they're food safe and you aren't releasing anything harmful when they get hot. Partitioning is not even a requirement, but it makes for easier fire control if you partition out your fuel source. You could use Weber baskets if you have them. I'll be using lump instead of charcoal because I'm really after that hot kettle. Dry skin in combination of high temperature will guarantee you get crispy wings every time. Let's give it a quick spray with oil so the wings don't stick to the grates. Let's place in all of our wings. So an important thing to keep note is that although chicken is safe to eat at 165, you'll want to cook wings a little bit longer, so the fat renders and get that skin extra crispy. Now, in my experience, wings stay plenty moist at 175. I've taken them as high as 190 without any issues. The dry brine definitely helps to keep them moist. All right, it's been 30 minutes and I'll go ahead and give these a quick rotation. The ones closest to the fire will get a bit more heat, so for more even cooking, be sure to rotate them around. Let's cover and check back on them about 30 minutes. After about 60 minutes total, these wings look done. I told my wife to do a quick check for crispiness. And they sound fantastic to me. So let's remove and do a taste. All right, this is still hot. Nice and crunchy. A drumstick. Okay, so what if you don't have the time to dry brine and let the skin dry overnight and you need to cook these wings immediately? Not a problem. First, be sure to dry your wings as much as possible with paper towels. Next, make this mixture of half baking powder and half cornstarch. And then give your wings an even coat. Get your grill started as usual, but right when you're about to place the wings on your kettle, spray them with some oil and then hit them with your seasoning. Now, I find that if you season the wings a little bit too early, the salt in your rub will start drying up the moisture. And remember, moist skin will make it a little harder to crisp up, so be sure to hit them with your seasoning right before you start cooking. Okay, now place them on your grill. Now this is what the wings look like, and this is what they sound like. And the taste definitely has that fried chicken taste. The taste is fantastic. Perfect, crispy texture, and beautifully seasoned. You can use a combination of dry brining and this powder mixture to get even more awesome results. And that's it. You can add whatever sauce you prefer, and as I mentioned earlier, I went with the lemon pepper sauce because it's my wife's absolute favorite. Just melt some butter, add some lemon pepper seasoning, and the juice and zest of half a lemon. But you can go any way you want. A nice spicy buffalo sauce is my personal favorite. Are you looking for more chicken wing recipes? Then be sure to check out the following playlist, and I'll see you on the next one.